town?
21 years.
Well, you won't recognize the place. It's changed a lot since you were here.
Remember Coroner Wojeck? The name is Wojeck, you loud-mouthed buffoon. Can you explain to me how a patient who is half paralyzed can climb over the sideboards and fall on the floor? It's not my job.
What is your job? Just the dead one? No, 48.
Mr. American.
Why couldn't you just keep your mouth shut?
You're such a pompous little guy. And what were you doing when he was strangling?
If I ever suggested to Steve Wojeck that he drop an inquest, he belt me right in the mouth.
What are you going to do about it?
Why do you always ask me that? What are you going to do about it?
Good night, Nicky. I'm going to quit.
It's not the same Toronto, my friend. The city's losing its heart.
Toronto never needed a heart. It needed a good enema.
It's back, sir.
Enjoy your visit over your mother.
Well, thanks.
Okay, just take a seat. Next. Sir, can I help you? Sir?
Oh. I'd like to see Anna Wojeck.
Anna Wojeck. Okay, are you a new patient, sir?
Possibly.
I'll get you to fill out this form. Your name is?
Wojeck.
Yes, I know, but I need your name, sir. I'll need your health card, sir. Sir?
Okay, thanks, Doctor.
Hello? Daddy? Yoo-hoo! Daddy! I don't believe this. Look, you look wonderful. Marcy. Marcia Kane, I would like you to meet my dad. Carl. Anna's told us a lot about you.
Ah, Dr. Albert Schweitzer, I presume. How's the African leper colony, Al? Yeah, Carl told me.
Dad.
Oh. Steve Wojeck.
Well, it was good to meet you, Steve. How long are you here for?
I'm not sure.
What do you think?
Business is good, huh? You an equal partner?
No, Dad, I'm still half-time at the hospital. Do you want a drink?
Sure.
Avocado juice, mineral water, or
Whatever.
there's a light beer left.
You put yourself out of a job with all this no-smoking temperance nonsense.
Well, I guess that's the risk I'll have to take.
Thanks.
Mom gave me these. Hey, do you remember the waiter who took this when you met me in Rome?
Yeah. How was your mother?
Mom's great. You really should call her, you know, Dad. She'd be amazed you're here. I'm amazed you're here. So, is this a vacation, or are you on the lecture circuit again?
Neither. I'm just here.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. I'm home.
Dad, that's great. I just thought you were married to Africa, to your clinic there.
Contract was up. 20 years is long enough to be married to anything, and 36 hours without sleep is long enough, too.
I'm sorry. You must be exhausted. you okay?
I thought I heard a camel on Young Street. Watch where you're going, Arnie.
Steve? Steve Wojeck?
Arnie.
What the hell are you doing here?
It's a long story.
Steve, you don't want to work there.
That's not what you said 20 years ago, Arnie.
20 years ago, I was trying to stop you from running off to save the world.
And now you're trying to stop me from coming back.
Believe me, Steve, you don't want to work there.
Will you at least speak to him?
Yes, I will speak to him, but that's all I can do. Times have changed.
So I see.
Down, boy, down. Hey, I think you know this guy anyway, the chief coroner.
What's his name?
Richard Bach. He was in Windsor when you were chief here.
Did I like him?
You didn't like anyone.
I liked you, Arnie.
I thought you'd be thrilled. You're always telling me what a great doctor he is.
That was when he was living 10,000 miles away.
What's the matter? You afraid of his opinion?
Oh, it's just too close.
Come on, Anna. We need the help. He needs the work. And having an ex-chief coroner on staff can't hurt our rep, can it?
We'll have lunch. I hope you don't mind the pizza. Mom taught me how to telephone cook back in high school.
What's your mother's fiance like?
Simon. He's nice, funny, professor of literature.
Thank you.
Hey, Dad. Carl asked if you'd work at the clinic this month.
Carl?
Yeah. I told him I didn't think you'd be interested.
Well, I'm already using your couch. It might be a little close.
Yeah, probably.
Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a good offer, but I'm already looking into something else.
It's all right. We can play doctors together some other time.
You're a godsend, Steve. I might even get to see my wife this month. Now, as far as money goes, what do you say we give you 60% of your old hip gross?
Fine, whatever.
Should work out pretty well. Maybe 13 for the month's work.
13 what?
1,000. This is not the Congo, Doctor.
Now, just hold still for a minute. There we are. Are you sure it's this one? Well, your ear is totally clear.
Maybe I should get a second opinion from Marcia.
You see Dr. Kane quite often, don't you?
No more than necessary.
3 times this week. Have you ever been to the Center for Tropical Disease Control?
The what?
For that second opinion.
I don't know if that...
Oh, it's just a hunch. But, judging from your total lack of any symptom, it reminds me of poor Ahmed in Khartoum.
Khartoum?
Yeah.
In Africa?
Mm-hmm. His head swelled up to the size of a pumpkin goiter.
This way, please, Dr. Wojeck.
Hello, Dad. You remember Mom, don't you? This was my idea. Come on, Dad, sit down.
Well, are you going to sit down, or are you going to make a speech?
Both, probably.
Probably.
Surprise.
That was wonderful, Evan. Thank you.
I used to eat Ethiopian a lot in med school. It's cheap. But you're the expert, Dad. Is it the real thing?
Well, the only thing missing is the powdered milk of the flies.
Excuse me for a moment.
Where are you going?
So? What are you doing here?
Anna tells me you're getting married again. Is that right? Simon, isn't it? She speaks very highly of him.
What happened in Africa?
I'd like to meet him sometime. Have a drink with him.
Why?
Check out my daughter's stepfather.
Your face, Dad, was amazing.
I'll bet.
Now, Mom, I thought she handled the shock pretty well for an old woman.
Your mother handles everything well.
That's true. Hey, Dad. When you went back to Africa in '78, did you ever think that you and Mom get back together again?
Why?
Why? Because I want to know. I was 11 years old. Well, I remember the plane trip home from Africa, and Nikki's funeral, and then you left to go back to the Sudan. That was it.
Well, when your brother died from meningitis, your mother wanted him to be buried here, so we did. After a couple of months, I felt I had to get back to the clinic, and your mother decided she couldn't go back with me. And that's the way it stayed.
Dad, I know what happened. I want to know why.
There is no why. These things just happen. Good night.
Good night.
I was in Kenya once, at a conference, you know? Beautiful place. You must miss it.
I would, but I was in Sudan.
Well, Africa, yeah, you must miss Africa.
At times.
So you decided it was the right time to come back, is that it?
I was homesick for the morgue.
I'm afraid things aren't as simple as they were in your days, Steve. I mean, our pathology and forensics, we're on par with anything in North America. Look at this, state of the art. 100-person capacity at any given time.
Progress.
There's an apparent entrance wound in the right temporal region of the skull. Bony fragmentation evident. Lacerated dura visible.
Dr. Pike. Dr. Pike, you remember Dr. Wojeck, don't you? Need some help? Yeah.
You've been away, haven't you?
For a little while, Henry, yes.
But you're back now.
I hope so.
Well, good. We need you. You do good work.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Very good. First rate.
I'm surprised Arnie didn't mention it to you. We've had a hiring freeze here for a year now.
Well, I'm not up to your job, Richard.
Steve, you're not listening to me.
I had my kick of the can as chief.
You know, I'd love to have a man of your, experience in my department.
Just trying to rebuild a few things?
Yeah, well, Steve, sometimes it isn't always the wisest course to try and go back.
Good job, Mr. Coroner.
I can't. But, you know, if something comes up and it's appropriate, be the first person I consider. Gotta get ready for a press photo. You know, it's really good to see you again.
I remember you now, Richard, from Windsor. Back in the good old days. You were a pompous piece of work even then. Don't forget the earrings. Marty still likes her jazz, huh?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I think this is my Miles Davis.
He teaches Greek tragedy and listens to Miles Davis.
We try. Can I freshen your drink?
No, thanks. I'm used to pouring my own.
Well, I'll just see if Marty needs any help in the kitchen. You owe me a big one.
Thank you for doing that. We lived together for 20 years, for God's sakes.
Yeah. And bitched about him for the next 15.
Nice man cometh.
I'll get that for you.
That's all right. I think I know where Marty hides it. Ah, there it is. In the freezer after all these years. Simon and I were talking about Greek tragedy earlier, Marty. Are you a reader of his works? Just wondering how you two met.
I volunteer at the Macmillan Center for the Disabled Children, where Marty works.
I see. All right, Charlie. Here you go.
Okay, but I wanted them last week.
Thanks, Doc. That's great.
I want to see a doctor.
Just a minute, please.
It's my little brother. He's got a cough. You see him?
Next week. Okay. Now, where's your mother and father?
Oh, my mother sent me. She works all day, but she gave me these.
Oh, well, this card's no good. It's over 2 years old.
She gave me the old one by mistake. But I'll bring you the new one next time, okay?
Okay. Now, I'm gonna check this number out on the computer while you have a seat, okay?
All right, who's the next lucky patient?
Oh, I'm the next one, doctor. My brother has a bad cough. You see
Now,
him?
young man, there are 8 people ahead of you. Take a seat while I check this number on the computer, like I said, okay?
We can't mess up Leon's rules, right? I'll see you in a minute. Who's next?
Colin.
Mr. Cohen.
Yes, Doctor.
Sit around over there. Right this way, please.
Doctor.
Right around there.
All right, thank you.
His x-rays are missing.
Oh, right here. There you go.
Where's the little line jumper?
I don't know.
These eyes are triple stitched. They won't come off. And Georgia is our most popular item, that's true. But this is my favorite here. This is Olive, the orangutan. Kids just love her. Of course, if you're looking for a more traditional waiting room toy, I can't recommend too highly Elmer, the safety elephant beanbag. He's 6 by 3 by 2, and like the Bart Simpson toy, he comes with low-cal lollipops with the clinic's name right on them.
Steve, what do you think?
Well, you don't want to know.
No, seriously, you're the only one here with any kids. Steve's Anna's father.
Well, Carl, in Africa, I always found that sand was the best waiting room toy. It's cheap, unbreakable, endlessly creative. The kid can read anything he wants in it or anything he doesn't want.
Sand.
Hmm.
You like a beach?
Yeah. Excuse me. Well, I'll leave the details to you.
We'll take the elephant.
He's a better accountant.
Do you know how risky it is to start your own business today? Carl's a good doctor.
Sure, if he's practicing medicine on stuffed elephants.
Well, he led us all the way through class.
What do they teach you guys in med school these days? Investment hemorrhaging?
Medicine is big business, Dad. Better get used to it.
Is it me? I don't know. I mean, everywhere I turn, I'm in a brawl.
What do you expect? You're hard on people.
I'm not hard on people. It's just that everyone here's so damn complacent. You know, I've been thinking about Nicky lately. Dreaming about him, actually. How long has it been? 15 years.
It doesn't make any difference. I think about him every day. He's not far from here, you know. I'll take you. Come on, Steve. You can make time for your son. Rationally, I know it could happen here. It does happen here. But I just couldn't go back to the place that killed him. Oh, God, I haven't done this for a long time. I'm okay. I'll be all right.
I know what he's trying to do. He can't deal with the fact that his ex-wife is moving on, so he's playing for sympathy.
You think so?
Sure, don't you?
Oh, it sounds rational enough, I suppose.
Unless, of course, his ex hasn't moved on so very far either.
Oh. It's good.
Maybe you've got some unfinished emotional business as well.
Oh, don't be so ridiculous.
En nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. Amén. Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia, el Señor es contigo. Bendita tú eres entre todas las mujeres.
En el campo, niñito, te va a traer muchas cosas para ti. Te va a traer carne de cerdo para ti. Te va a traer tortilla seca para ti. Y si el niño no se duerme, viene el diablo blanco. Pone la patita yacatumba, yacatumba. Duerme, duerme, niñito, que tu mamá está en el campo, niñito. Te va a traer.
are you trying to do? Creep, I just missed him. What'd he do, graffiti?
No.
Dr. Kane, Mr. Agnew?
Medical clinic.
Actually, I'm here to see Dr. Keene.
Oh, we're ready for you now, Mr. Agnew.
Leanne. The boy with the baby brother.
Oh, no.
Find me everything you can about the health card.
Where is it?
Where's Dr. Livingston think he's going?
Unidentified male infant, approximately 7 months of age, wearing tag number /15798/10/91.
You did the autopsy?
First thing this morning. It's up in the lab. Do you want to see it?
Sure. Pneumonia.
Cause of death.
It's crazy. Old people die from pneumonia. Winos with cirrhosis. Not a 7-month-old baby.
I admit I was puzzled too. And then I ran a blood test, and I discovered absolutely nothing at all. No traces of penicillin.
No medication.
Strange, isn't it? It's a simple prescription.
He's insulted me, blown off 2 days' work, and upset Leanne. All in the first week.
What I was trying to say is he's just not in sync with the clinic.
Well, maybe I'm not either.
Oh, come on, Anna. You've complained about him yourself.
Leanne here?
No, she went home early, but she said that the information you wanted is on her desk.
See you for dinner, Anna.
No, Dad, I'm on call tonight.
Another hard day's work at the office, Steve?
Now, you're not happy, are you, Carl?
Oh, you could say that.
Well, let's make this easy on everyone.
Thanks, Carl.
Dad! Dad, I'm sorry.
Oh, honey, don't worry. This wasn't for me. I'll see you home, okay?
It's no big deal. He's an illegal, so I gave him my old card to get some medicine. Oye, te dije que sacaras la basura.
You gave it to him?
Okay, I sold it for a few bucks. So arrest me.
So where does he live? Where does he live? Hello?
Hey, you a cop? I told him I'd call the cops. They couldn't get that little kid to shut up.
Hi. Remember me? I'm from the clinic. Can I come in?
¡Dios mío! ¡Perdón! ¡Andate, Jesús! ¡Escondete! ¡Escondete, hijo! ¡Andate, Jesús! ¡Escondete! ¡Hijo! ¡Escondete! ¡Escondete!
Está bien, está bien.
Is the little girl sick?
No, por favor, no, mamá. ¿Quién es?
Es doctor.
Hijo.
Ay,
Hijo,
él
no,
está
¿por
bien,
qué?
mamá.
¿Pero por qué? ¿Quién es él? ¿Quién
Give me
es
the
él? ¿Quién es él?
Come on,
¿El doctor? ¿Y dónde lo conociste tú, Jesús? ¿Dónde conociste? Es la primera vez que lo ves.
Está bien, mamá.
Pero le das tu hermana,
Él
hijo.
es doctor, mamá.
¿Y si se la
have a little
lleva?
listen here, though.
Está
¿Y si se
bien.
la lleva? Pero
Es
¿y
doctor.
All right.
Por favor, contéstame. ¿Me pones de cuenta?
That a girl. There you go. Here you are, Mama. Okay. All right. What the hell is this?
It's antibiotics.
I know that. It's no good. She has to go to the hospital.
No.
Ah, it could be pneumonia.
¿Qué dice?
Now, you tell your mother what I told you.
Jesús.
She's got to take her to the hospital.
It's my decision to
Jesús, no
say.
entiendo.
Now,
¿Qué
look.
dice? ¿Qué dice el doctor?
Your baby brother died of pneumonia. It could happen again. It could happen quickly. Now
I tell you, I don't have a baby brother.
would you listen to me?
Jesús, Jesús, ¿hay algún problema?
I'm not
Jesús?
from immigration.
¿Nos va a ayudar o qué?
I'm a doctor, and you know that.
Jesús, ¿qué dice el doctor?
Do
Por
as I
favor,
say.
no
Now, maybe I can
entiendo.
get her into the hospital,
Jesús.
and no one has to know. All right?
Hijo, escúchame, por favor,
All
¿qué
right.
dice el doctor?
Okay, we go in a moment.
Hijo, hijo.
All right. Everything's going to be fine. Just
No entiendo. No, no sé.
Dr. Krause to emergency. Dr. Krause to emergency.
The x-ray isn't the problem. What if she needs to be admitted?
Well, let's cross that bridge when
Hey,
we come to it.
hey, you said you wouldn't talk to anybody.
This is my daughter, Anna. She's a doctor. She's a
¿Quién es esa
better
mujer?
doctor than I am.
Bien.
Huh?
Ahora iremos a Bayos, a la sala de rayos X.
¿Quién es esa mujer? La doctora nos va a llevar.
No, ¿y cómo se la voy a dar? No, pero no sé ni
Mi
quién
nombre
es.
es Ana. ¿Cuál es su nombre?
Teresa es. Esta es Rosalía. Jesús, yo no quiero.
Mamá, está bien.
Yo no quiero ir, te dije.
You come with
Espere
me.
ya sí. Está bien, Teresa.
It'll be all right.
Transportation to hematology. Transportation to hematology.
You've been here before, haven't you? Probably the same day you brought your little brother to the clinic.
Told you I don't have a brother.
Dr. Kelly and Dr. Wright to radiology staff. Dr. Kelly and Dr. Wright to radiology staff.
You know, if you're in some kind of trouble, maybe I can help if you let me. Come on, what's your name?
Jesus.
This is what?
Trudeau.
Trudeau. Jesus Trudeau? Steve Wojeck. You got a father, Jesus?
Yes, I have a father.
Can you tell me where he is?
We're at that bridge of yours. Both lungs congested. She needs an IV and a heavy dose of antibiotics.
What about the clinic?
Oh, maybe in a couple of days she needs to be admitted now.
Oh, can you do it quietly?
I can't admit it, John. Secretly, they throw me on
People have been lost in hospitals like this for weeks.
Computerized, Dad. This is not the Sudan.
It's only be for a couple of days.
Well, what about calling the police? We could make
They
them...
don't need any more trouble. They need help.
Trouble, Dad. I am the one who could get in trouble.
Only if we get caught. But you're right. It's your call. What do you say, Wojeck?
Dr. Kolaski, call 3549. Dr. Kolaski, call 3549. Dr. Williams, call 2307. Dr. Williams, call 2307.
Está bien, Rosalía. Todo saldrá bien.
Otro bien, mamá. Confía en Dios.
Dale las gracias, hija.
My mother says thank you.
Tell her she's welcome. Jesus, what's the rest of your father's name, other than Trudeau?
Ernesto Miguel Juan Arcadio.
Thanks. Now where can I find him?
You don't need to. I'm the man of the family now.
Nice dog. Hello, Roo. Nice little puppy. You have complete control over this animal?
You thinking of attacking me?
I've been thinking about us for a long time, Marty. And that's why I'm here.
Are you serious?
I just want you to think about it.
You're 10 years too late, Steve. Steve, please.
Marty.
You shouldn't even be here.
I love you, Marty. I love you.
Where have you been?
You just get in?
Yeah. I was up most of the night with Rosalie.
How is she?
Stable. I think she can go home tomorrow.
That's great.
Yeah. So, where were you?
Your mother and I had a long talk.
You were at Mom's?
Yeah, we spent the night talking.
I don't understand. Talking.
Well, we were thinking about trying again.
How serious is this?
Well, like I said, we were just thinking.
Mom's thinking?
Yeah, we both were. What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm just surprised, that's all. Well, I'm gonna go get some sleep.
All right. Night, dear.
Simon, you're right. I guess I'm not as far along as I thought.
Not much comfort in being right. Did you sleep with him? I'm sorry.
Sorry? Why should you be sorry? I'm the one. Simon, you're just too nice.
Don't flatter yourself. This isn't about me or him for that matter. This is about you. Let's go, Jessica. Go, 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 go. Yeah, yeah. You're winning. You're winning. Come on, Robin Hood. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
Hi, Amy. You ready for the party?
This is not smart. If you know this family, you go to the cops before anybody else gets hurt.
No one's going to get hurt. Anna's looking after the other baby.
You got your daughter into this?
I'm not trying to be a loose cannon, Arnie, but I can't bring the family forward until I know where they stand. Now, come on, make a few phone calls. Find out where the father is, please.
Don't say please. You never say please.
I changed.
So are you getting back together with him or no?
Is that what he told you?
He said you were talking about it.
Well, you shouldn't have said that.
So what should he have said?
You're getting angry with me.
Marty, you look great.
Thanks. Anyway, even if we do get back, ultimately it's our decision.
If there's anyone who should know that, Mom, it's me.
Shh. My mother's sleeping.
All right. I talked to a friend. He says he can help, but he needs more information.
What information?
Well, where you're from, when you came here, and why you didn't take your little brother to a doctor.
I tried. I tried everything I could think of.
What's your brother's name?
Benito. Benny. Came from Guatemala City to Los Angeles in the summer. Then we drove to Chicago. That's where my father said we should live.
What happened in Chicago?
The immigration took him away.
Did they deport your father?
I don't know. But he said if we get into trouble, to come to Canada. To drive there quick, so I did.
You drove the car?
Just to the border.
Oh. Oh, no, this has got to stop. You've got to go to the authorities.
No. He said my mother can't go back. He made me swear.
Well, you're living in a different country now. We can make a refugee claim.
We made the claim. They said no. They said we had to leave in 2 weeks or they'd make us.
When?
A month ago, maybe more.
We can get you a lawyer.
No. My father said never trust the government. Never trust the police. Never trust anyone.
No. No. Él está en la iglesia.
I think you better leave
Él
now.
está en la iglesia.
Is she all right?
No, por favor, no. No,
Is she
Dios
okay?
mío, no.
Leave us alone.
Bach, I wonder if we could get a statement. There were no complications evident, which leads us to suspect that the infant was never medicated.
Will there be an inquest?
That's under consideration, yes.
Dr. Bach,
Can I just ask?
Dr. Bach, what about
Marty, listen to him.
the occult, the placement of the body on the grave site, the religious symbolism, and so on?
I don't think it's proper for me to comment on the occult question. I think the only thing we can say for sure is that we're dealing with person or persons here who, for whatever reason, are afraid to come forward to the authorities. Excuse me.
What a stupid. He is an insensitive, interfering buffoon. He throws his suppositions around like it were the gospel. Afraid. Afraid is the word for people who think their Volvos are going to be repossessed. These people aren't afraid. They're desperate. They're the walking miseries that people like Bach wouldn't recognize unless they came up and poked him in the eye.
You still know how to rant, Steve?
I may be ranting, but I'm right.
Biochemistry, Marianne Hamilton to biochemistry.
Hello? Is something wrong?
I can't seem to find the admission info for your patient, Rosie Torres.
There was a computer glitch and I just never got back to it.
They're so fussy about their paperwork.
I know. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it up myself.
Okay, doctor.
Good night.
Venga así, mamá. Espérame, hijo, espérame. Venga así.
Whoa. Open up, please, ma'am.
No puedo.
Please.
Venga así, mamá.
Ma'am, open up, please.
A heavy gun. Hijo, no. No, espérate.
Calm down.
Espérate. No,
Open the door.
por favor, hijo, váyase.
Put the gun down. We just want to talk to you. No! Nobody move!
No pasa nada. Cálmese.
Get down! Get down! Get on the floor! Where is he? Check the window.
No, ahí estoy sola. No es ahí, estoy sola.
What hospital did you take her to? Ask her.
¿En cuál hospital ha llevado a su hija?
You know we're gonna find her anyways, hmm?
Cualquier modo la vamos a encontrar.
You're under a deportation order. We can fly you home this afternoon. Is that what you want? Ask her that.
Mire, está bajo orden de deportación. Tenemos el derecho de regresarla a su país esta misma tarde. ¿Eso es lo que usted quiere?
You want to leave your kids alone in a foreign country?
¿Quiere dejar sus niños en un país extranjero?
Dr. Martin to surgical ICU. Dr. Martin to surgical ICU.
Excuse me.
Marty, will you marry me? Will you marry me?
Stephen.
Come on, you know it's inevitable.
You're insane.
So are you. Don't answer it.
Get better.
Mom, it's me.
Anna.
I have to speak to Dad. Is he there? I've tried everywhere.
Oh, yeah, he's here. I'll get him for you.
Anna?
They know all about it. The police took her away. Daddy, you've got to come down here right now.
No, Anna, listen to me. Where did they take Rosie?
Rosie, Dad, how should I know? What am I gonna do?
I'll be there as soon as I can, but I gotta make sure they don't deport the Arcadio.
Daddy.
No. Now, you just have to pull yourself together. God, they could be putting them on the plane right now.
Will you listen to me? I need your help.
Anna, please. Here's your mother.
There
I'll be
she
there as
is,
soon as I can.
Daddy.
Do you remember her being on duty that night?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Oh, Anna, I'm so sorry.
Not your fault, is it?
See, Dad's out of touch with these rules and regulations.
Stop excusing him, Mother. It's pathetic.
Anna?
Look, I don't need you to tell me what a wonder he is anymore. I can see for myself.
She want me to get her a lawyer.
¿Quiere usted un abogado?
Someone to help her stay in the country.
Alguien que le puede ayudar a quedarse en Canadá.
Can you tell me where his son is?
¿Dónde está su hijo?
Where he might be hiding?
¿Dónde está escondido?
¿Y a vos? ¿Cuánto te está pagando la policía por hacerme estas preguntas?
What's she say?
She says, how much do the police pay you to ask your questions?
You don't work here anymore, Doctor. Come on, Carl.
Look, haven't you done enough damage for one day?
Take a hike. Okay, what happened?
They suspended me pending review.
Everything will be all right, believe me. I've been through plenty of these bureaucratic hospital scrapes before.
Well, I haven't. Damn it. What are you after here? A clean sweep of the family?
What?
You screw up Marty and Simon. You screw up me. Let's not forget Nikki. Dad, you just up and left.
Anna, you don't talk to your father like that.
I've never had a father to talk to.
Anna!
You're fine with anybody whose name doesn't end in Wojeck.
Now you stop that.
You stop that. You're a beer-drinking Mother Teresa. You're Albert Schweitzer with an attitude. Just don't go calling the little Latino kid your son, Dad, because then he's in real trouble. Get out. Get out!
Are you going to take a piece out of me, too?
I don't know yet. You should have gone to see her. What are you doing with these people anyway? They're not your patients. You're certainly not their lawyer. You know what you're doing? You're obsessing again.
I was trying to help.
Your daughter needed you.
And I should let the Arcadios go to hell?
Yeah. If need be, yeah. You let them go to hell. Where are they?
In a detention center. God knows where Jesus is.
Could you bail them out?
No.
I'm sorry.
Can you take care of her? Okay, sure.
¿Dónde Jesús?
No diga su nombre, hija. Es nuestro secreto, ¿recuerda?
I don't decide who heads the inquest into the baby's death. The chief coroner
You could
does.
get the minister to put me in charge.
Of course, I could do a lot of things. I could stick my head in the oven.
Arnie, if we lose the inquest, the family could be deported just like
I
that.
had stuck my neck out for you already. Now, immigration wants to deport the mother. The police want to arrest her, but they'll wait and see how the inquest turns out.
All the more reason to put me in charge.
Oh, will you leave me some oxygen and let me breathe?
What about the family?
God, you never let
What about the father? You haven't found him yet, have you?
Steve, I have a job. I'm on my way in. Why aren't I surprised he's here? What's on your mind, Richard? Your friend. I don't like having inquests foisted on my department.
An infant death from pneumonia doesn't merit your concern.
It merits the attention of the police. But someone won't let them lay criminal charges of negligence against the mother. Come on, Richard. There is nothing irregular about having an inquest prior to criminal charges. Okay, Arnie, enough said. You want an inquest, you got it. I'll head it up for you. Myself.
Did you interview Teresa? Was she tortured?
Oh, yes. The complete works. I've asked your daughter to give her a physical exam.
Well, can she testify?
Would you tell the world how you've been systematically degraded? Besides, we don't want her to talk.
Why not?
No tears, no street legal. She's been flattened out. Jurors don't like that.
Well, so what do we do?
First, I think you should do the talking at the inquest. It looks classy having an ex-chief coroner.
And?
Find the boy before he shoots someone.
Got yourself a little house, eh?
Have you seen this child?
Nope, don't think so.
Are you sure? Would you mind taking another look?
No, about this tall. You sure you haven't seen him? All right, thank you very much. Anna, let's call it a night. I really appreciate this.
I'm not doing this for you.
I know.
You really pissed me off, Wojeck.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
I was pathetic, you know. So eager to impress you and eager to please you.
And I've always been impressed by you.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not.
You had 2 kids, Father. 2. And only one of them died. Do you know that? Do you ever think about that? So how come? How come you could live with her now? But you couldn't live with her when I needed you. How come, Dad? I missed you, Daddy.
Oh yay, oh yay, oh yay. Ladies and gentlemen, you are summoned to attend here this day to inquire into and determine for our sovereign lady, the Queen, the identity of the deceased, how, when, where, and by what means the deceased came to his death.
Please state your name for the record.
Dr. Stephen Wojeck, Consul for Teresa Arcadio, mother of the deceased.
You practice law now, Doctor?
I found the medical profession too cutthroat for me, Mr. Coroner.
Let the record show that Mrs. Teresa Arcadio has been granted standing at this inquest and will be represented by Dr. Stephen Wojeck of the City of Toronto.
In your opinion, Doctor, how easily could the death have been prevented?
It's a simple prescription. But as I said, the child was never medicated.
Thank you, Doctor. No further questions, Mr. Coroner.
Excuse me, Mr. Coroner. I have some questions for Dr. Pike. Dr. Pike, your autopsy describes traces of a cream found in the baby's chest. What is that?
Well, it appears to be an antibiotic, used usually to treat external cuts and sores.
And your analysis of the baby's stomach and blood also shows some evidence of medication.
And children's aspirin, children's Tylenol, over-the-counter stuff.
And cough syrups?
Mm-hmm. About 5 different kinds, mostly Buckley's.
So it's not really true to say that the baby was never medicated?
No, you're quite right. I was imprecise.
Thank you, Henry.
Mrs. Teresa Maria Arcadio.
Tranquila, ¿de qué, doctor?
All right, Mr. Coroner, with due respect, I don't think this is the proper time to question this witness.
Then why is that?
Her state of mind.
Are you suggesting she be exempt from testifying?
All I'm asking for is some time and patience in dealing with a sensitive witness. Questioning her now would be prejudicial to her interest.
I would hope that a former chief coroner would know this is not a criminal trial. Now sit down, Doctor. Constable.
Do you swear
Declárase
that the evidence you will give
bajo juramento que la evidencia
at
que
this
va a dar
inquest into the
en la
death of
encuesta sobre la
Benito
muerte de
Jesus
Benito Jesus
Arcadio.
Arcadio.
Would you translate for me? Madam, are you refusing the oath or are you refusing to testify?
Señora, rehúsa.
Mr. Coroner, can't you see that...
Would you please sit down? We need you to tell us everything you know about the death of Benito Arcadio.
Necesitamos que nos diga todo lo que sepa acerca de la muerte de Benito Arcadio.
Madam, I must have your respect.
Señora, necesito su respeto.
Púdranse. Pudrite vos y tu maldita corte. Y que se joda la madre que con tantas dificultades te parió.
What did she say?
It's a slang, an insult. I don't like to say.
Do you know what she said?
Would you sit down? What did she say to me?
It involves your mother.
Mr. Coroner, I would like to apologize for my client. Please understand, her oldest child is missing. This is a constant worry to her, and this son has served as her translator since she came into the country. I hope you can overlook her outburst. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hi. You're freezing.
Yeah, I'm freezing. I didn't know when you'd get back. I got this great book.
You're freezing because you wanted to give me a book.
Yeah.
Smart women, foolish choices. It's very funny. Have you read it?
Yeah, I'm appearing in the movie. There's a good part for you in there. So how are things at work?
Oh, all right. You know, okay.
You're driving me crazy, Marty. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, Sam.
I even started to read a book on dueling. But I haven't got any friends, so I can't find a second.
Oh, you are silly.
Oh, God. I better go.
I'm sorry.
Dad?
Marty? Where are you?
I'm in here.
How do you think it went this afternoon? Uh-oh. What are you doing?
Anna in Muskoka.
Look at that.
The kids at the X. Oh, you look so good there.
Come on, change it.
Nicholas and Ali. What's he doing now? Running marathons, I bet. And that's, oh, what's his name? What's,
Joseph.
Joseph Siwa. What a madman. How's he doing?
I don't know.
Does he still live in the village? Steve? Steve? Steve, what is it? What's wrong?
There is no village. There is no Joseph. And there is no clinic. It's gone.
What are you talking about?
It's all gone. They burnt it down.
You burned it down? Can you tell me why? Can you at least tell me what happened?
Everything. The desert. The Civil War. The 5 years of drought. The famine. I got tired. I got beat.
Why did you have to burn it down?
Because there were 5,000 people living in a settlement built for 200. Because the famine brought them. We couldn't cope. I mean, how the hell are you going to feed 5,000 people? There's only one thing to do is just force them out, drive them south, where they might stand a chance.
Did it work?
I waited too long. I lost my nerve. Ego. I mean, 20 years of me went into that clinic. Anyway, when I finally torched it, the situation had deteriorated. Typhoid, cholera. A lot of people died on that Mart South. A lot of people died. And that's why I don't know what happened to Joseph Siwa, Ali, or Muhammad, or any of the people in your pictures.
You had no choice.
I waited too long.
That's why you came back, isn't it?
Where's my mother and sister? Tell me.
They're fine, son.
You're lying.
No, believe me,
You
they're
went to the
safe.
police. I saw you.
I didn't. We were all looking for you. It's all right, Anna.
Everybody shut up. Just shut up.
It's all right, Jesus. It's all right, Jesus. Put down the gun. Put the gun down.
My uncle wrote for a newspaper in Guatemala City. He used to write funny stories, you know, poking fun at people. TV stars, singers, even priests. But then he wrote about a government person who didn't like what he said, and our whole family got in trouble.
What kind of trouble, Jesus?
The police came and took my mother to the doctors.
The doctors?
The people that give you pain. The torturers.
And did they try to make her tell where your uncle was hiding? And did she tell?
She had to tell. They made her.
I know she had to, Jesus. And then what happened?
Some men came at night and put my Aunt Monica's body at her door. My father said not to look, but my mother went anyway. She said Auntie looked strange, like she was having a baby.
Your aunt looked like she was having a baby?
But she wasn't. It wasn't a baby. They put my uncle's head there. They said it was a better joke than his.
I'm going to ask you now about your little brother, all right? When your father was arrested in Chicago and you came here, your little brother got very sick. Did you know how sick?
Yes.
Did you know that he might even die?
Yes.
Did you take him to the hospital?
Yes, but I didn't stay.
Why not?
Because they all have numbers and questions, and I was afraid.
Afraid of what?
That they'd find out we weren't supposed to be here. That they'd send my mother back home.
Back to the doctors. Did you love your little brother, Jesus?
Yes, I loved him.
But you risked his life.
Because I love my mother.
I know you do.
Jesus? How old are you, son?
Almost 11.
Almost 11. Tell me something. In either the United States or in Canada, did your parents ever apply for asylum?
Asylum?
Asylum, protection. The right to stay in a new country because of troubles in the old one.
Yes, but they didn't believe us. They said we had to go back.
In weighing this evidence, we must bear in mind the age of the child. A child's testimony is a very difficult thing.
Is it the intention of the coroner to dictate the jury's
Be
findings?
quiet, Dr. Wojeck.
Are you trying to tell these people what to feel?
Quiet, or I'll have you removed.
I feel sorry for your mother, Sue.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
I said you needn't bother. I'll be on my best behavior.
Get it together. You're not helping them believe him.
Oyez, oyez, oyez. All persons having anything further to do before this inquest may depart hence at this time, and give your attention here again when the jury shall deliver their findings and recommendations, if any, to Mr. Chief Coroner, Richard Bach. God save the Queen.
Dad, I have to go.
Good luck, Anna.
Steve, I just got this.
What is it? Oh, jeez. Bach, excuse me. I gotta talk to you.
Did you get the car, please?
Please, just listen to me. The jury has to be recalled.
Still the same deity. One rule for you, another one for mankind.
We found the baby's father. He was last seen in Guatemala City, September the 9th.
So now you'd like us to fly the jury down
That's
to see
when
him,
he
is
was
that it?
last seen. He's disappeared.
Well, lots of people disappear, as you will
Disappeared.
shortly.
Desaparecida, which means kidnapped and presumed dead.
Presumed by you.
Richard, what mother would risk her child's life unless she had no other... Unless she were running away from the fear that her whole family would disappear if they were deported. Tell the jury.
No.
Richard, I'm as proud a man as you are. And I'm standing here begging you. Tell the jury.
Oh, don't give me this
Richard,
prouse.
this isn't about you or me. It's about a mother and her 2 kids who don't need any more grief.
My father's dead, isn't he?
He's missing.
That means he's dead.
It means nobody knows.
I know.
If the infant's death was avoidable, it was avoidable by changes in the administration of health care to those fearful of deportation. And finally, although immigration is properly beyond the scope of an inquiry like this, we ask the Minister of Immigration to review Teresa Arcadio's claim on compassionate grounds. We offer our sincere condolences on the death of her child, Benito Arcadio. As do I, madam. I'd like to thank the jury for your able work.
Oyez, oyez, oyez. This inquest is now closed and the jury is discharged. God save the Queen.
Congratulations.
Well done.
You admitted a child under an assumed name. You submitted her to a medical regimen without the authority to do so. These are grounds for losing your license, Doctor. Did you know what you were doing, Anna? Did you fully realize what the implications were?
Yes. Yes, I did. You see, Dr. Herman, I didn't go to medical school to be a cop. And I didn't study to work in immigration. I was presented with a problem. Do I help bring this child back into health? Or do I hurt her? By playing policeman, or by playing spot the deportee for immigration? And as far as I know, we still take the Hippocratic Oath. No matter what professional code of conduct we may sign.
Well, Anna sailed through the hearing, shot her mouth out. There you go.
Yes, I know. I'm so relieved.
What's for dinner?
Simon's here. It's not gonna work, Steve. You know that.
Why not?
Because you don't need me. You know it's true. That's why you could leave me when Nikki died. I'm not blaming you for it. It's just that... well, you don't need people like others do.
I came back because of you.
No. You came back because you were lost. And I don't want to live alone anymore. With you or without you.
Marty. I love you.
I know you do.
Inasmuch as you have sworn your fealty before God and this assembly, I now pronounce you man and wife. And what God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. You may kiss the bride.